Hello everyone and welcome to Shaw's Creative Stamping. I'm Tony Shaw and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sayre, Pennsylvania. Today is the first day of spring and I wanted to do some type of bright springy card, so I thought it would be fun to work with a new March online exclusive called Tropical Leaf. And it's a Tropical Leaf is a bundle with the stamp set, which is photopolymer, as well as the punch that goes along with it. So today we're going to show you how to do a bookbinding fold, and I have here all of our pieces that we're going to need, and I'll refer back to them as we use them and show you all the measurements again. So let's clear some of this away so we can show you where to start. The first thing we're going to start with is our card base. Our card base is Parakeet Party cardstock, which is one of our 2022-2024 in colors. So we still have it for another year. And I started with a half a sheet of cardstock, which is your 4 1/4 and by 11, and I scored it in two places. I scored it at 5 1/2 as well as 4 1/2 in order to make the book binding card base. So when you fold it in half at 5 1/2, you're going to burnish it with your bone folder, and then it folds back on itself on the score line that is at 4 1/2 inches in order to get that bookbind effect. Now, to dress up the card a bit, I'm using from the Flowers and More 12x12 Designer Series paper, which is one of the Hostess packets. I'm using a piece of designer paper that is 4 by 4 1/4 and another little additional piece that is 3/4 by 4 inches, and that's going to actually decorate the bookbind itself. So I'm going to take our Stampin' Seal and put that onto the card base itself, sticking it on the bookbinding section, and then the larger piece, of course, is for the card front, the larger piece here. And we'll picture frame that so that it goes an equal distance all the way around. Now for the inside of the card, I took a basic white piece of cardstock, which is 4 by 4 1/4, and I took a little bit of the outside Designer Series paper and stuck it on the inside as well. And this is a 1/2 inch by 4 inches. And we're going to put that on with the Stampin' Seal again. And I'm going to picture frame it by putting it equal distance along these three edges, best I can here, so that when it closes, you'll have an equal distance inside as well. Okay. Now, I like to do a little bit of either twine or ribbon, and today I decided I would use our white twine from the Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And normally I would tie a bow or a knot on the front of the card, but this time I want to hide it inside the card. So I'm going to take the twine and I'm going to go around the card 3 times, crisscrossing it in between, and then tying it on the back side. And just doing a small little knot to kind of hold it in place. And of course we'll trim off some of that extra twine there, just a little teeny piece. That's all I'm wasting is this tiny little scrap. And then I just taken a piece of regular tape just to kind of hold it in place so the knot doesn't swirl out to the outside. And I'm going to just adjust where I want the little twine pieces to be on the outside before I seal the bookbinding fold itself. So I want it to be all twisted, kind of give that effect on the front of the card instead of just 3 straight lines. Now to seal this, we're going to take our tear and tape, and I'm going to put 2 pieces of tear and tape down here to seal it on the inside of the card. And then I think one of the best tools to take the backing off of this is, of course, our Take Your Pick tool, because it has that nice pokey edge to be able to grab the backing of the tape out of your way. And then, of course, just fold it over and seal it down. Now it looks kind of blah, so we need to do some decorating. So we're going to take the actual stamp set, and it's a 2-step stamp set where you're going to stamp the leaf and then the veins, stamp the leaves again and then the veins. So with scrap pieces of paper, I literally stamped the backing and then stamped the vein on top of that. And with our punch, you can take it and line it up and then punch it out. Now, with the magic of TV, or in this case, video, the little ones you have to fussy cut, and so to save some time, I already did a large one and 2 smaller ones. To use a sentiment for this set, I wanted to use the Hello from the Tropical Leaf stamp set, and I used a 3/4 inch piece of white basic cardstock with 1 3/8 inch in length, and I stamped the Hello and have that ready for you as well. So let's put this stuff all together. So the first thing I'm going to do is take our larger leaf, and I'm going to put some stamping seal on the back. And I'm going to stick our leaf right here down towards the bottom, but not all the way down. And I'm going to take one of the leaves and I'm going to, with dimensionals, pop that up a little bit to give it a little bit of texture on the front. And position it near the larger leaf, kind of overlapping it just a smidgen. And then I took my Hello sentiment, and I also wanted to get that a little popped up, so I put a couple of dimensionals behind that. So our Stampin' Dimensionals are great. Love my Stampin' Dimensionals. I use them a lot. And then I wanted to bring in some of the twine from the binding over into this section. So I just made myself a little twine bow that I put on a glue dot and just bringing it over next to the sentiment itself. Now I have this extra leaf, so just like bringing in the designer paper, I wanted to bring in the leaf as well. So with some Stampin' Seal, just going to add a little bit to the back here so that we can add a leaf down to the bottom corner to give a little bit of the outside of the card on the inside as well. And of course, what's a card without some bling? I love these 2022, 2024 in color matted dots, and taking the Parakeet Party, going to pop one down on the bottom, a small one down on the bottom, and another of the larger ones up on top. And there you have it, our book binding fold featuring our bundle from the online March exclusives, Tropical Leaf bundle. And then also here's your cards inside and out. I hope you enjoyed this card today. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and post a bookbinding card with the video as well. Happy Spring Day. Thanks.